Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to highlight text in Premiere Pro, and in the second part of this tutorial, I will show you how to create stunning 3D screen animation. So let's get started. Alright, I've already created a full HD resolution sequence, and I've got an image with some random text. Basically, this is a screenshot of a web page. First of all, let's select the rectangle tool, which you can find here, and then we have to zoom in on the program monitor. After that, we have to draw a box and cover the first line of the text. Next, we can switch over to the selection tool by clicking this icon. Now we have to increase the duration of the graphic layer. In the next step, let's move over to the Effect Controls panel, and then click on the drop-down menu of the shape settings. Let's right-click on the shape property and click on Rename. Now it's time to assign a new name to this shape. I've decided to name it First Highlighter for easy reference and identification, and then click on OK. After that, we have to set the fill color of the shape. You can use any color that you like. Next, let's find the opacity panel, and then click on the drop-down menu of the blend mode property. After that, we have to select the multiply mode from the list. At this point, both the highlight color and the text are clearly visible. Additionally, you have the flexibility to slightly modify the shape. Alright, it's time to animate the highlighting shape of the text. I plan to create an animation that will move the rectangular shape smoothly from the left side of the screen to the right. That's why, let's move the anchor point to the left side of the rectangle shape. Next, we need to find the transform control panel of the rectangle shape. After that, we need to disable the uniform scale by clicking on this box. Now we need to make sure the time indicator is at the beginning of the graphic layer. Now we need to create keyframes for the horizontal scale parameter by clicking on the stopwatch icon. We can easily control the length of the shape by using the horizontal scale parameter. In this case, I'm going to make the horizontal scale parameter value around 0. Next, we have to move the time indicator a few frames or seconds forward. In my case, 25 frames is good enough. And then, we have to make the horizontal scale parameter value around 100. Alright, now you can see the highlighter shape animation. Something looks like this. We can improve the animation by right-clicking on the last keyframe and then select Ease In. Next, let's right-click on the first keyframe and then select Ease Out. This will make the animation look a lot smoother. In the next step, I am going to highlight another line of the text. That's why we have to copy the first highlighter shape, and then we need to paste the copied highlighter shape here. Now you can see we have two copies of the highlighter shape. Let's click on the drop-down menu of the bottom shape settings. Let's right-click on the shape property and click on Rename. I'm going to call this second highlighter for easy reference and identification, and then click on OK. In the following step, we have to reposition and resize the highlighter shape. Also, we need to adjust the length of the shape. After that, we have to move the time indicator to the end position of the first highlighter animation, and then we have to move these two keyframes of the second highlighter shape to this position. Once the animation of the first highlighter shape ends, the animation of the second highlighter shape will begin. Alright, now you can see the animation on the program monitor. By doing this, you can highlight multiple lines of text at a time. As you can see, I have added multiple highlighter shapes for the text. In the next step, I'm going to apply an effect. This is a rough and edges effect. By the way, this particular step is entirely optional. If you find it unnecessary, feel free to skip it without any concerns. Now let's drag and drop the rough and edges effect onto the graphic layer. Next, let's go over to the Effect Controls panel to customize the rough and edges effect. Firstly, from the edge type parameter, we have to select Cut from the list. And then, let's make the border parameter value around 5. Next, let's make the edge sharpness property value around 10. After that, let's make the complexity property value around 10. And lastly, we have to make the evolution parameter value around 325 degrees. Now you can see the changes in the highlighter shapes. Alright, it's time to add stunning 3D screen animation. That's why, let's select the graphic layer and the image layer, and then right-click on them. After that, choose Nest from the context menu. I'm going to call this Text Highlighter, and then click on OK. Next, let's fit the program monitor as default. In the next step, we have to create a new adjustment layer inside the project panel. Here, we have to accept the same settings as the sequence. Now let's drag and drop the adjustment layer onto the timeline in Video Layer 2. And then, we need to go over to the Effects panel to apply an effect. This is a basic 3D effect. Let's drag and drop the basic 3D effect onto the adjustment layer. Again, we have to apply another effect. This is a transform effect. Let's drag and drop the transform effect onto the adjustment layer. And then, let's move over to the Effect Controls panel to customize all the effects. In the basic 3D effect, the swivel parameter controls the horizontal rotations, and the tilt parameter controls the vertical rotations. Also, the distance to image parameter controls the depth depth of the object in the 3D space. Alright, now we need to create keyframes for the swivel and the tilt parameter by clicking on the stopwatch icon. Let's make the swivel parameter value around 7, and then we need to make the tilt parameter value around -25. Also, we have to make the distance to image parameter value around -23. After that, let's move these two keyframes to the beginning of the adjustment layer. Now let's make the swivel parameter value around -19, and then we need to make the tilt parameter value around 17. After that, let's move these two keyframes to the end position of the adjustment layer. Lastly, we need to improve the animation by right-clicking on the last keyframes and then select Ease In. Next, let's right-click on the first keyframes and then select Ease Out. This will make the animation look a lot smoother. Now we have to customize the transform effect. Firstly, we have to create keyframes for the position parameter by clicking on the stopwatch icon, and then let's make the Y position parameter value around 262. And then let's move the first keyframe to the beginning of the adjustment layer. After that, let's create another keyframe with the X position parameter value around 563. Next, move the second keyframe to the end position of the adjustment layer. Also, we can improve the animation by right-clicking on the last keyframe and then select Ease In. Next, let's right-click on the first keyframe and then select Ease Out. Lastly, we have to make the scale parameter value around 112. Alright, now we are done. With these couple of steps, we have created this text highlight effect and stunning 3D screen animation. In this way, you can create text highlight effects and stunning 3D screen animation in just a few simple steps inside Premiere Pro. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like the video and leave a comment. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day.